Good morning, fellow debt slayers. It's Wednesday, September 24th at about 10:15. My name is Stephen Gallagher. I work with Debt Free Results. I'm a certified Dave Ramsey debt coach, and I have been since 2018. I help people like you take control of your money habits and your debt and develop plans to make payments on time, but also have a roadmap, a customized roadmap, so that you can become debt-free and live your life without having bills. I've seen it done. My wife and I, back in 2017, were $90,000 in debt. We took a course like what Dave Ramsey developed, and within a year and a half, being very gazelle intense in reference to moving quickly and throwing every last penny that we had towards debt, we became debt-free. And we've been debt-free ever since. Everything that we own or we buy is with cash. And you'd be surprised what it feels like not to have to wake up in the morning and go to work and pay bills when you have none. So before we get started, if you could go down and give us a thumbs up, very much appreciate it. Subscribe to this channel. And if you know people that have debt or money management issues, please refer them over to me. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions they have and also talk to them about the Dave Ramsey process and how I could help them become debt-free as well. So this morning I got up and I went to the business section of the news, and I read an article that is very, it's a concerning article in reference to Gen Z, which is the age between 1997 and 2012, or 13 to 28, however you want to put it. But this article talked about Gen Z facing a harsh financial reality as credit scores plunge to dangerous record lows across America. Now, the average FICO score for everyone across the country is 715. Okay, so if you're around 715, that's the nation average. This last report that came out said that the average FICO score for Gen Z people is 676. That is over a 30 point delta. And this is a hard reality, because a lot of people that I speak to, especially ones that are in college or just getting out of college or in the workforce, a lot of them, the first question they ask is, can you fix my FICO score? And the answer is yes. But if you pay all your bills, tuition, car, medical, credit cards, and you pay them down to zero, then you don't have to worry about a FICO score. But the answer is yes, I can help you build a plan so that you don't miss payments, so that you're making your payments on time, so that you build a credit history of showing that you're not delinquent on your payments, and therefore fixing your credit score. So when I was reading this article, it said that the average score is 676, and that is the biggest year-over-year decrease in the last 30 years. It also said that this has caused it was caused or is caused by the pandemic spending, or everyone used credit cards and didn't pay them. Another one was student loan delinquencies and poor money habits. So if you think about a lot of the videos that I put on my page here, I talk about money habits, I talk about missing payments and managing your money. And when you manage your money and you manage your debt, if you manage them instead of having them manage you, the way this article talks about, debt is managing everybody because everyone is just so deep in debt. So if you eliminate debt, then debt isn't managing you, you're managing debt, or in this case, you would be managing your money. So, it's, so a lot of people ask, can you fix my FICO score? And the answer is yes, but the thing that you have to think about, or you have to be willing to do, is it's 75% mental, 25% physical when it comes to addressing debt or managing money. And so if you're new to this, you have to understand that you have to change your ways. The days of going out and spending money on a credit card when you're under this program or in this program, you don't do that anymore. You are cutting back, you are saying no to going out and doing things, the vacations, no, going out to dinner, no, unless it's in your budget, and we teach you how to make a budget, we teach you how to manage a budget, and then stick to a budget. It's not as easy as everyone says. In fact, there was a video I did in the February timeframe, I think this year, that most people who start a program like what I offer, they fail within the first 90 days because one, they don't have a coach to teach them. But then two, they don't know how to manage a budget. So it's not as easy as everyone thinks it is. And it's just something that we help you with and teach you how to use a budget and how a budget can actually help you. So back to this article that I read. It said that low credit scores are noted that the payment history of a FICO score. So when you look at the number, 767. What makes up that number? 35% of that number is based on payment history. So if you're missing your payments, your FICO score is going to come down. And it also said that, what was it? I'm trying to remember. That the college tuitions, when you miss a student loan payment, and this is something that you have to understand. And if you're just learning it today, okay, fine, let's put a stake in the sand and then let's move forward. But when you miss one payment on your student loans, the student loans have a very unique way of reporting that missed payment. And so what they said is they don't report that you're 30 days late and they don't report that you're 60 days late. They go straight to you're 90 days late. So if you miss one payment and then you miss another payment and then you miss another payment, then there's history, and that brings your FICO score down. So what you have to do is prioritize your bills. You have to prioritize your debt. And you have X dollars coming in and you have X bills going out. So it's managing what you have and what has to go out so that you can build a foundation for a strong payment history and then fix your FICO score. So if there was something in here that I wanted to bring to everyone's attention, and it said, and so this is from this article I read. It said at a 676 credit score, let's say that you took out a $300,000 loan. Okay, so you bought a house. You took out a $300,000 loan. It's going to cost you an additional $300 a month just on the mortgage. So that's $300 more than if you had a 715 FICO score. A $20,000 car loan, that's going to cost you an additional $48 a month. And a lot of times people will say, well, it's only $48. But you don't have $48 to waste just because your credit score is low. You could take that $48 and either put it towards the principal of the car, you could put it towards the principal of a credit card, you could put it towards your tuition loan, you could put it towards a medical bill. That's wasted money. It also says on utilities, it's going to cost you an additional $300 deposit, being that you're this is a risk, a higher risk. Whereas if you were at 715 or 750 or an 800, then your deposit would be less. Your car insurance is also going to cost you an additional $50 a month, and that was in this report. So, it says on that $300,000 loan, on the car loan, on the utilities, and your car insurance, that's going to cost you an additional $64,480 over 10 years. Now, I've been talking about this type of wasted spending and interest rates, and that's $63,000 that you're just giving away on interest or on payments. And if you pay your bills and you become debt-free, think about that $63,480 that you paid in interest and higher fees. That could either go into the bank or it could pay bills. And then once you're out of debt, then that $63,000 of interest and high fees goes into the bank. So then you'll have money in the bank. Therefore, you can buy things with cash. So again, it's a mental thing. You're trying to get your mind out of paying, use credit cards and pay cash. Right now, you don't have cash, so you're using credit cards. Therefore, the borrower, as it says in the Bible, the borrower is slave to the lender. As long as you have credit cards and you make payments to the credit card companies, you are a slave to the lender. Just think about that for a second. There's also something else that this point I wanted to make clear to everybody, and then we'll wrap up. It says, how bad could missing a payment be? Worst case scenario is that your credit score could drop 180 points over the course of 7 years. So make sure you understand the importance of where you're allocating your money on your credit cards or on your debt. Make sure that you make at least the minimum payment. And if you can't make the minimum payment, then get a job, a second job. Or I did a video a couple of weeks ago, a couple of my students, fellow debt slayers, have been using Marketplace to sell things and taking that money and putting it towards paying debt. So I did another video about people doing pizza, a delivery person for pizza or for doing late night from home, customer service type of jobs, or working part-time at a retail store or whatever. So it can be done. It's just how long do you want to be a slave to the lender, and how long do you want debt to manage you? Because when you get your money and your debt under control, then you're managing your money and you're managing debt instead of the other way around. I know that you can do this. I know it's scary. I know there's a lot of anxiety and there's stress and there's a lot of sleepless nights. I understand, because everyone around you has debt, and everyone just goes along their day and just pays bills and pays interest fees and interest payments, and just they rough it, and that's not the way it should be. So I know I can help you. I can help you manage your money in reference to managing your debt. So if you need help, reach out to us at www.debtfreeresults.com. And if you like the content that we spoke about today, please give us a thumbs up. If you could subscribe to our channel down below, send this out to someone who may need some help. These credit cards or these tuition loans, college loans and so on, they're expensive. And my goal is to help you become debt-free. So again, this is Stephen with Debt Free Results. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you and your family. I know that you can do this because I did it, and I have clients, other debt slayers who have done it or are doing it now. You have to be the one to reach out to me. I can only do so many videos and so many emails, but you have to pick up the phone. You have to send the email. I'm not gonna, I'm here to help. That's my mission. And if you can't manage your debt, then your debt is managing you. I want to be able to be right next to you and teach you how to manage debt. So I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.